Oh, what's up, my gang, and welcome back to another video. Davis Tizard is back. Let's go. I am back. I've taken a couple of weeks off because I've been drained. I've been very tired with school and all that. I've taken a couple of weeks off, but Prime Davis is coming. He's coming back. So this is game week 8 of my Premier League predictions. So let's get started. The first game is Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. Now, I expect this to be a very weird game. I mean, all games are going to be weird because it's just been a 2-week international break. So, you know, I think all games are going to be very weird. But I think Nottingham Forest, and Postecoglou's looking for his first win. And I think Nottingham Forest deliver that. I think Nottingham Forest win against Chelsea. I think Nottingham Forest win 2-1. I think that Ndoye will score 2 goals. The 2 goals for Nottingham Forest, and I think that João Pedro will score Chelsea's only goal, and I think that Ndoye and João Pedro will be the 2 players to watch in that game. So yeah, so the second game is Brighton versus Newcastle. I think this is going to be a hard game for both teams, 2 teams that have been flying this season in my opinion. I think they've been okay, they've got the squad. Each of these teams have the squad to win games 100%, but I think that Newcastle win this game 3-1. I think that Jorginho Rutler scores Brighton's only goal, and I think that Gordon scores twice, continuing his fine form after international break, and I think that Nick Walter-Made gets a goal as well, and I think that Jorginho Rutler and Anthony Gordon are your 2 players to watch in that game. Next up is the third game, Burnley versus Leeds. I expect this to be a pretty boring game, to be honest. I mean, 2 teams that have only just been promoted back up to the Prem. They've actually been okay this season. Few wins, few losses, few draws. You know, Burnley. They need a win, but I don't think they get it. I think it'll be Burnley 0, Leeds 2. I think that Perrault will score the 2 goals for Leeds, and I think that Perrault and Martin Dubravka will be the 2 players to watch. Martin Dubravka, I think, will be my player to watch in that game because he'll probably make it less. I think it'll be like 5 or 6-0, but it'll be a bit less because Dubravka's in goal. So 2-0 Leeds, Dubravka and Perrault, my players to watch. Up next is Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. I'm probably going to watch this game. It's going to be a very exciting game. It'll probably be the game I watch. I like games like these because they're 2 good teams. They're 2 teams that you never know what's going to happen in the game. 2 teams that you never know. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be Crystal Palace 2, Bournemouth 2. I think that Jean-Philippe Mateta scores Crystal Palace's 2 goals, and I think that Anthony Semenyo scores Bournemouth's 2 goals, and I think that Mateta and Semenyo will be your 2 players to watch in that game. So the next game, we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. You really think I wouldn't do that? Right. The next game is Man City versus Everton. Now, I expect this to be a walk in the park for Man City. I think Man City win this game 3-0. There's nothing really to say, to be honest. I think that Haaland's going to score 2 goals, and I think that Tijani Reinders will get a goal as well. And I think the 2 players to watch are Haaland and Jordan Pickford for Everton for saving a lot of shots. So yeah, the 6th game is Sunderland versus Wolves. Again, Sunderland have done very well. Wolves last place, looking for their first win in the Premier League, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they've won a game yet. But I think that continues. I don't think Wolves win this game. I think it's going to be Sunderland 2, Wolves 0. I think that Xhaka and Isidore will score Sunderland's 2 goals. And I think the 2 players to watch will be Xhaka and Strand Larsen with a bunch of shots on target. So Sunderland might not be safe. So the 7th game is Fulham versus Arsenal. Disgusting. So Fulham, I think it's going to be a tough game for them because Arsenal, they've been performing pretty well, I must admit they've been doing pretty well. But I think that it's going to be an easy win for Arsenal. I think it's going to be Fulham 1, Arsenal 3. I think that Iwobi scores Fulham's only goal, and I think that Saka and Moreno score. Saka scores twice and Moreno scores, and I think the 2 players to watch will be Iwobi and Saka. You might be wondering though, why do I keep looking down? Because that's where my notes are. I write down notes for every game. I write down the scorers, the games, the players to watch. Yes, just so I don't forget. Because if I didn't write notes, then I probably wouldn't be able to tell you a single thing. So the 8th game is Tottenham versus Aston Villa. I think this is going to be a very good game. I'll definitely watching this game because I support Tottenham. I think it's going to be a win for Tottenham, but not by much. I think it's going to be Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 1. I think that Tottenham's goal scorers will be Mohamed Kudus and João Palhinha, and I think that Aston Villa's goal scorer will be Ollie Watkins, and I think you need to watch Mohamed Kudus of Tottenham and Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa in that game, if you do watch it. The 9th game is Liverpool versus Man United. I think this will be another feisty game. Two teams that have been very unpredictable this season. I think that Liverpool and Man United, they're going to fight for this game. This will be a very dirty game, I reckon. I think it's going to be 2-2. I think the game's going to finish 2-2. I think that Salah scores twice for Liverpool, and I think that Benjamin Sesko scores twice as well. I think that Benjamin Sesko starts after the international break. I think he gets his form back. I like Benjamin Sesko, he's a bloody good player. And I think that Salah and Sesko will be your two players to watch. Salah of Liverpool and Sesko of Man United. So, wow. The final game, West Ham versus Brentford. I think this is going to be the worst game of the week. I think it's going to be quite boring. Not many shots, not many goals. I think it's going to be West Ham 0, Brentford 0. I think it's going to be the battle of the goalkeepers. So I think the two players to watch are both their goalkeepers, Mads Hermansson and Calmain Kelleher. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate you guys believing in me after I've taken a couple weeks off to have a break, but I'm back now. I am back now. I am back in my prime. The lives are coming back as well, so the lives are coming back. I will probably do a live tonight, maybe. Depends if you guys are lucky, if I'm not busy. But I will let you guys know on a YouTube short if I do a live on that day. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for keeping your faith in me, and yeah, adios.